Hello YouTube and welcome back to another special funnel custom. Today we have the USA dock tank herself, Rosie. Now, I was inspired to make this off of Unlucky Tug's video about his model of Salty and how in his AU, Salty works at Tidmouth instead of Brendam, which I like, so I decided that I would have Salty working at Brendam for the Tidmouth Harbor Board in my AU as well, and in my series, Sundry and Stories. So basically the story is, Salty was purchased as the second engine under the Tidmouth Harbor Board in 1973, when the real life number 2991, as you see on a tab there, was withdrawn at Southampton Docks, and he was brought to Sodor. So I thought it might be interesting to, if there were multiple engines that ran Tidmouth Harbor and worked for the Tidmouth Harbor Board, a subsidiary of the Northwestern Railway. Whoops, sorry about that. So here we have the technically second engine for the Tidmouth Harbor Railway, and I will elaborate that in a future video. Future custom, probably a lore video, which I'm working on for for Tidmouth Harbor. So basically what I used to make her, I used let me check the date real quick. 2012 Mattel Wooden Railway Rosie. Just your stock standard. I'd had it for a while, and I kind of wanted to follow something similar to her CGI red, or her red livery that she has in the show. But I also wanted her to match Salty, as this would be like the Tidmouth Harbor Board's standard livery of red and hazard stripes, as you can see. So basically, all I did was I started with a base coat of, let me grab it. Americana Primary Red, and I put it ended up taking several coats, and then I got a black paint, which you don't really need to see it, it's just standard apple barrel black. Some plastic, or some paint that is intended for plastic for the wheels, which was one of the last things I did, because I debated leaving her with red wheels or not, but I decided against it. And I used a white paint pen for her lettering, and I also put black on top of the tanks, in the fronts of the tanks. Painted her cab black, and one of my favorite parts is the back here. We'll go over lining in a minute, but so basically what I did was I took a yellow paint, put a couple coats on the back over the red, and then I took a black paint pen, and to mimic Salty's hazard stripes, I did my own hazard stripes to Rosie. And they're a little crooked, they could have come out a little better, but I'm happy with them. And then her lining, THB for Tidmouth Harbor Board on the side, and she has white lining. I feel like she definitely looks very industrial, I feel, and her number, it's kind of hard to read, but it's supposed to say 30064, which is the number of a real USA dock tank, and I believe, now correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I believe that 30064 is preserved on the Bluebell Railway. So, same railway she works, or same railway as that Stepney is on, and, well, I'm sure you all know the Bluebell Railway, but anyway. So, now on to her backstory. So, basically, Rosie arrived in 1946, just after World War II, or not 1946, sorry. 1952, shortly after the grouping, she arrived in BR Black and wore that livery for a while. Until 1955, she was repainted, although she kept her BR number and was repainted into the Timoth Harbor Board livery as they had purchased her. And she was technically separate from the NWR, but still a part of the NWR. So yeah, she is, and she still works at Timoth Harbor today, alongside Salty. And I will go more in depth into their backstories in the lore video I'm working on for the Timoth Harbor in preparations for my series. But overall, I'm really proud of how Rosie came out. I think she looks really, really, really nice. I mean, if you put her and Salty next to each other, you can definitely tell that they're supposed to, that they, are the same color and whatnot. So, yeah, that is Rosie. And expect to see her in mainly background scenes in my series. So, yeah. See ya.